welcome to the very first episode of Spill the Tea. This week I have on UK fashion influencer Alana Guymer, who also lives out in Dubai. So you guys sent your questions in and she answered. So we had a really good chat. She gave lots of really good tips on growing your Instagram following. And I guess we also spoke about the other side of Instagram that not everyone sees. And of course, she answered questions about Dubai because I know a lot of you wanted to know about that. And she's definitely made me want to move there. So I hope you enjoy it and let me know what you think in the comments box below.
Hi,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well. So thank you very much for joining my show as the
Thank
very
you for
first
having me.
guest. It's very exciting. So obviously, as you know, this series is kind of for creatives coming on here and giving their insider knowledge, I guess, on their particular industry. So for you, it's about being an influencer. And as you know, we have had a lot of questions about Dubai and
Yes.
living a Dubai lifestyle. So we will get on to that because everyone has so many questions for you. But first of all, I thought it might be quite nice for you to explain kind of how you first got into becoming an influencer and when it all happened, really.
I would say I've always posted pictures. Like I've always been like into fashion or selfies or like things like that. And I remember when I was at school and stuff, like none of my friends really were quite like that. They were, especially at secondary school. I was always the one that was like taking pictures, and that was just what I liked to do. It wasn't because I was like vain, but I really liked to just take pictures in clothes or like fashiony style pictures. So I have always done that. And I did it quite a lot when I was at uni, and brands would send me things. And I obviously lived with Nadia Anya Walker. You probably know her. And yeah, so we were both like really similar, and we really liked the same things, the same clothes, and we both shared that same passion for like Instagram and sharing pictures, and we just kind of did it together. And at the time, we had about the same followers, if not, I think I might have had a few more than her. And then I just kind of took a massive backseat on it after uni because I moved to Dubai and I just focused on my career really. Only like really recently I've got back into it because I don't know really. I felt like I was lacking my passion. So I was like working and I was like being successful in my career, but I wasn't doing something for me, for my passion. So I started to like get back into it again. And I guess that's where it's grown from there really.
A lot of people were asking kind of on that line, how do you build up your Instagram? Because I don't know if yours was a gradual thing or
Yeah. Oh yeah. It genuinely takes a long time. Like I have quite a few people messaging me this as well. From like girls that have about 4,000, and that was me not that long ago. But it does take time. It's not just like an overnight thing, or like, and it can be like really disheartening if you see someone else growing like way quicker than you or something like that. Like, but it just really depends. And I don't like get worked up about it because I'm like, at the end of the day, like if people like me or they like my content, they'll follow me. I'm not gonna force it. So yeah, I would just say it's like don't expect a fast growth. Just be patient with it. Post what you actually like. I don't follow trends. Like I wear what I like. If I don't like Doc Martens, I'm not gonna wear Doc Martens just because everyone else on Instagram is. Like I will just wear what I like, and I think that's how you have to just stay true to who you are.
if you spoke to young girls and guys nowadays, teenagers, this wasn't the case for us when we were teenagers, I don't think.
Yeah.
Like you say, a lot of your friends went into Instagram, social media. The thought of making money from Instagram or YouTube was just not realistic at all. But now that's what teenagers want. A lot of them aspire to be YouTubers or
my little brother is 7 and he's created a YouTube account, and I literally say to him, like, from the age of about 5, what do you want to be? And he says a YouTuber. Like
crazy,
that's
isn't it?
literally what he wants to be, and he's just recording like his own YouTube videos on his iPad. Like it is a massive career path now, and there is just so much potential in it. Like, everyone is on their phone constantly. Like, everyone is on Instagram, everyone's on YouTube, everyone's looking for something, like, for escapism. Like,
But I guess there is kind of a dark side to it, not for everyone, but just
yeah,
recently I saw a video about someone talking about being trolled. Is that something
yeah.
that you have experienced so far?
To be honest, I've actually not really got any. Everyone is just so nice. Like, that's another kind of like driving force for it, is that when people message you saying like, I don't know, like, I really, really love your content, like, you really inspire me, or something like that, it just makes you want to like just do it more, because people are so nice. Like, obviously there are trolls, and I'm sure I will get more of that as time goes on. That's just inevitable. But I don't know. I think like everyone's going to have an opinion on you,
Yeah.
and you go into that kind of career or that kind of path knowing that people aren't going to always like you. So
Yeah.
think I'm prepared for it, but I don't know.
I think especially in the industry, it's got so much better recently on kind of showing the other side of Instagram. So it's
Yeah,
not all filters and
yeah,
kind of living this high life. Because even myself, it's hard not to scroll through Instagram and think, oh my God, they're living this amazing lifestyle. They look like this. Why can't I look like that?
yeah. That is actually one side of Instagram that I don't like,
Yeah.
because I do post a lot of beachy pictures or things like that. Like, I do look through it sometimes and I think, oh God, like, maybe people think that that is literally just my like amazing life, and like, that's not always the case. But I don't really want to be like negative and just jump on my stories and be like, oh, this happened, and be all drama. But
Yeah.
then the other side of it is that it does portray that you live the most incredible life. But I feel like with YouTube, you can show more realness, which is why I started it, because I did feel like I'm not getting my personality across, and it just looks like some pictures of me like on a beach, just really like fake.
What are some of the other questions we've had? I've got a juicy one. It's not that
Oh,
juicy. What is the most you've been paid or been offered to post something on Instagram? Because I think people have these misconceptions, and I've heard of crazy amounts of money being paid.
oh yeah, I'm not even anywhere near that sort of level yet. I know some juicy figures, which I'm not going to explain, but they're not mine.
Oh, go
Um,
on, tell me. You don't have to give
oh,
the
God.
details. Just the
I'm not
amount.
going to say people, but I
No.
know that like in the like thousands and thousands and thousands, and like big numbers.
Like
So
people's monthly
there is,
salaries.
yeah, oh yeah. But they've worked super hard to get to that point, and as I said, it is really time consuming. Like, people I think get annoyed because they're like, oh, it's only posting a picture, but there's so much behind it that no one really realizes. It's not just this filming, it's the editing, it's the preparing, it's everything that goes on before and after screen that like takes a lot of time. But for me, probably I think about £300 for a picture.
So let's talk Dubai. So
Okay.
do you want to just explain for people that don't know kind of when you moved out there? Because I know it was really quick, the turnaround.
It was really spontaneous. Like, I didn't really plan. Like, I had in my mind like, oh, it'd be so good to live in Dubai, but I never really thought it would ever happen. And then it was a Sunday, and I was just in bed, and I was just scrolling through Instagram, and this girl that I follow, who was an air hostess, posted a picture of like her and the girls at the beach, and I was like, I want that life. Like, literally what people probably do when they're scrolling through mine. Oh, I want to live in Dubai. And that's what I did. And I was like, but I can. Like, why can't I? Like, why am I saying I want to? Like, I can. So all of that Sunday, I was like, right, I worked on my CV. I applied to literally every job. Like, that evening, I was in Sainsbury's car park with my mum, and a number saying like Dubai started ringing me. And I was like, like, oh my God, like, so I answered it, and they were like started like phone interviewing me literally while I was in a car park.
Okay.
My little brother's in the back like shouting. I'm like, shh. I'm like, oh my God, like, So anyway, he was like, right, our director's going to be in London on Monday. Can you come to meet us? So I was like, oh my God, okay. I went to the interview. It was really good. And I went straight back home. And the next day they gave me a call and was like, yeah, you're hired. When can you start? Like, can you come out to Dubai in 2 weeks? And I was like, what? Like, I swear to God, it was literally like 2 days. And then I was like, right, I'm going. So I was like, oh my God, okay. So they were like, right, just book your flight. We'll pay for your hotels when you get here. And I didn't think into it. Like, now, if I'm giving advice to someone else, I'd say, like, plan, make sure that you, like, know where you're staying. Like I didn't do any research because I was just so excited. I just left uni. I was like, oh my God, I've just got a full-time job, like, good salary. And like, I was like, like, okay. So I literally just I just did loads of online clothes shopping orders, like, packed everything. And literally within 2 weeks, I'd moved. And I was in a hotel for 10 days. And there was no, like, girls in the company. It was literally just all guys. They were like mostly British. And I was just like, I remember for the first like 2 weeks, I just cried my eyes out because I'd like proper just rushed into it. And I didn't know anyone. I wasn't around any girls. I was staying in a hotel pretty much in the middle of nowhere. And I was just like, and also it was Ramadan, so nothing was open and it was really hot. And I remember just being like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to go out and meet people? It's too hot. Nothing's open. I don't know any girls. There's no one here. Like, what do I do? And I just remember being like, I've just made the biggest, like, wrong decision ever. And my mum was like, you're not coming home. Like, stick it out. Like, you'll be fine. And I stuck it out. And literally like a week later, I met Alfie, and then it just got really good. So yeah, that's basically it in a whirlwind, really. Yeah.
Someone said, is all accommodation crazy expensive in Dubai?
Like, it is expensive, but also your salary is more, you don't pay tax. And I would say that it's really like relative to London prices, except you get way more for your money. So like what I would be paying for a studio in London, I have a really nice 1-bedroom apartment with big balcony overlooking the sea and the marina. So like it's the same price, but you get a lot more for your money.
Someone said, what's the love and the hates of living in Dubai?
So the loves is definitely like the quality of life, just being able to, like, what I now see as like normal daily tasks is like what everyone is like, oh my God, like, for example, like just going to the supermarket to buy food. I go outside and there's twinkly stars and twinkly lights and palm trees and the marina and yachts and like stuff like that, and the warmth, and that is the lifestyle that you come here for. Like on weekends, just being able to go to a beach and just chill, or go for like sundowners on the beach and watch the sunset. Like those are just things that become like you're going to a pub for a Friday night drink. That it's like that's the quality of the lifestyle. Like yeah, it's like the equivalent to that. So like just normal kind of things become really, really nice. So that is definitely what I love. And like the people here are so nice. It's so safe. Honestly, I've never felt so safe in a country. Like if I'm in England, I will look behind me if I'm like walking somewhere dark, or even if it's daylight, I'll still look behind me if I'm like walking down like an alleyway or something like that. Like I'm just always like really conscious of me or my belongings or my phone or my purse or whatever. But here, I could literally be walking around at 3 o'clock in the morning drunk or whatever, and no one will literally speak to me, come near me, like wink or whistle or like do anything weird. Like it's just so safe. So yeah, that's definitely what I love about it. Just like so safe and really, really nice people. And I love that it's multicultural as well. Just feel like it's just really nice to have so many different like nationalities and stuff. So that's what I love. What I hate about it is that it's quite like, well, one thing I really, really hate is the massive like divide between like poor and wealthy. So, for example, like the builders, which are called labourers, they're on such little money, and there's like they're on about £1 a day, if that, and they work so hard in the heat, and like it's just mental. The taxi drivers are on commission only, so like obviously in this pandemic time they're probably really struggling. It's that's what I really hate about it, is that there's such a divide in the poor and the wealthy, which is like really sad.
So how do you find, well, you kind of touched upon this anyway, how do you find living in Dubai so far, but is it what you expected?
It's so much more than I expected. I had it also in the time that I've been here, it's really changed, like because I've been here like 3 years now. The country's always like modernizing and getting more relaxed, and like Ramadan, which was like everywhere shut, now things are open pretty much everywhere, like so it's so much more than I expected in such a good way. It's so amazing, honestly. I would like say to everyone, just like move, come and live here and you will absolutely love it. I don't think anyone could not love it. It's just so nice.
Okay, let's do a quick fire round. Dogs or cats?
Dogs. I don't know. I have literally about 10 cats at home. I'm not even joking.
Said it now.
I was going to be like, cats! No, dog.
Sweets or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Okay. Dubai or UK?
Dubai.
Favourite film?
Matilda.
I'm going to the musical in a few months. I can't wait. Favourite clothing item?
Probably these bodies from Zara. They're amazing.
Okay. Shoes or bag?
Shoes.
That's giving people more of an insight. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
I'm very jealous that you've got a glass of wine, so I might have to.
I know. I've not really drank it. My ice is melted, but well, it is like 8 o'clock now, so it's probably near my bedtime. So this will just knock me out.
Well, I will let you go, but thank you very much for doing it. And
it was really fun.
You can always come back on, have another chat.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, I'll speak to you soon.
Okay. Bye.